Hi, this is Cindy. Welcome to my channel. Today I have a fun little art tidbit for you on how to use cardboard for mixed media backgrounds. So join me. Alright, so today we are going to do, for our little art tidbit, these cardboard pieces, and they're going to be bases for collages that you will see finished at some point. But today we're going to talk about doing this. In order to get started, you are going to need some cardboard. It needs to be corrugated cardboard. In other words, it needs to have the layer on the inside. And this is just from a shipping box that I got in the mail. And then you're going to cut it down to whatever size you want to work with. This is roughly a 4x6 size piece of cardboard. You're going to need some stencils, and you need stencils with bigger motifs in them. I used that one. I am using this, which is just large circles, and I also used this stencil on them. So to get started, you're going to take your, zoom in a little bit for you. You're going to take your stencil and you're going to draw out the design that you want. Now, I did not use, let me go back here and show you. Let's see if I can come out a little bit. So for this one, I used this stencil here, and you'll notice I only used parts of it. Okay, I didn't use the whole stencil or whatever. I just used parts of it, and I moved it around and put it in a pattern that was pleasing to me. So for this one, I just used my stencil to create circles on this paper. Oh, I also failed to mention that you're going to need to have a utility knife or an X-Acto knife. An X-Acto knife would probably be best. I did not have an X-Acto knife in the studio, nor did I have a utility knife that actually is working optimally, so I'm having to make adjustments, but we all tend to have to make adjustments in life. You're also going to want to have some sort of an item to pry loose the cardboard, and I'm using, this is just an ice pick. This is what I'm using, an ice pick or an awl. You could use tips of a scissors. You could even use the tips of this, although I don't typically like to be pulling with my sharp X-Acto knife or utility knife towards myself. But those are your options. So what we're going to do now is we are going to come in, let's see, am I close enough on this so that you can see it? Maybe I'll make myself a mark so I know where. Okay. And this one is actually a very easy design, and I picked it for you. And I'm going to take my utility knife, and I drew this pattern, and I can decide whether I want to cut out the pattern itself, in this case the circles, or whether I want to cut out the background and leave the pattern. So in this case, I could cut out all of this and leave the circles as flat spaces. So I think actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out the circles themselves on this, and we'll show you how that's done. So I'm going to take my utility knife, and I'm not dragging. First of all, I'm making this is a curved thing, and I'm afraid of pulling off the pattern. So really I'm only using the tip here, and I'm coming along this circle shape and just kind of pressing in as I go along. I'm going to turn that around for you. Keep going around the circle. stop at? Somewhere over there. I'm doing this for you, so I'm getting kind of caught up in the process here. Okay, I think I have it cut all the way around there. Now notice I am not pushing that hard. I'm not trying to get to the back layer. I'm only going through the top layer here, and I am probably coming through the corrugated part a little bit too. But I've got that all the way around there. I'm going to bring back in my awl or my ice pick, and when you look at a piece of corrugated cardboard, you can see the indentations, the dips between the different layers of, where this makes its high points. So I'm taking my ice pick or my awl and I'm putting it into the grooves. And you can kind of tell from the top where those grooves are. And I'm just pulling up like that. Okay, and once I get it pulled away, I'm going to pull. And I'm finding that I'm pulling more of the top layer here than I am pulling underneath. So I'm going to come back in again with my tool. And I'm going to go back in again because I want to get that paper that's between the grooves. I want that pulled up. So that's what I'm going to do here. And if you need to, for your project, you can tear this away like that if it helps you to get underneath to your surface better. I'm going to do that. Keep coming in here. Okay, so as a mixed media artist, I actually thoroughly enjoy having these bits and pieces in my background. But this is just a little too, it's not organic enough for me. So I'm going to pull that off and I'm going to leave these bits here. Now I'm going to go ahead off camera and I'm going to do the rest of them and then I'll show you the finished project or piece. All right, so I have these all cut and I'm going to peel them off with you. Oh, maybe I didn't get it cut around there. I thought I did. There we go. Now let's get it off of there. There we go. I might leave that. I kind of like that. Oh, I did that already. So these are my 3 that I have done, and as I said, I'm going to use these as backgrounds in mixed media collage. So let me show you something else that I've done using this technique in the past. I'm pretty sure that I've shown you my cardboard clover or shamrock book in the past, but I'll show you again because that's basically what I did here. And then I painted over top of it, and see how when you paint it catches that top and it has a really, really cool look. Now in the end, I don't like this where I did the words. I think that didn't come out nearly as effectively as the shamrocks down here, but I am going to cover over that in some fashion, and eventually I will collage on this page. So I hope that you enjoyed that little art tidbit, and hopefully you can see the possibilities of using that in your artwork. If you're new to my channel, I hope that you'll consider subscribing, hit the thumbs up, share my channel, and leave a comment. Thanks so much. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.